Okay, so you said you thought that the fungal infection started on this when you were 5?
Yeah.
What did you notice back when you were 5?
Kind of like the typical signs of like the thickening and the, how do you say it?
Discoloration?
Discoloration, thickening, like crumbling.
Did you swim a lot as a kid?
I swam a good bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was at the pool a lot. And played tons of soccer.
Okay.
I'm gonna want to watch this video.
Yeah. Well, yeah, give me a couple weeks to get it up.
Yeah.
So we're going to take this piece with some of this debris from underneath.
Yeah.
And we'll send this piece in.
Okay.
And let them, so you have some of the nail lifted up off of here also, just from the bruising under the nail.
Okay.
So that's part of it, but the nail definitely is thicker over on this side. Right, so if anything I'm doing here is hurting, you let me know.
Okay.
And I'll back off a little bit. But I just want to kind of try and take off as much of the nail that isn't attached.
Yeah.
So that you're less likely to pull it off when you put a sock on.
Great.
So all this black stuff underneath it, right here, that's just bleeding.
Okay.
That's the bleeding under the nail, probably from just smashing it over and over from playing soccer. Now it's all dried blood, so I'm not going to pull this piece out. Well, no, that isn't attached. It's just attached to the skin a little bit. Okay. So basically your whole nail came off.
Yeah.
And yes, it will grow back.
Wow.
Okay. Will it grow back exactly the same? That depends. We'll just have to wait and see.
Okay.
But for right now, this should be, much more comfortable than having that great big old nail on there.
Yeah. I suppose.
And this is just callus right under here, so I can trim some of that off. So I would just put a plain old.
There.
Okay. Done. Okay. So we're just going to put a plain old Band-Aid over that, just for protection.
Now, can I play with this?
Yes.
Great.
Yep. And it will probably feel way better than it did.
Yeah.
When you came in here.
So that is just skin.
That is just all skin. There's a teeny little piece of nail back over here that's still attached, I think. And as the new nail grows in, it'll just push that out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can go swimming with it. You can do anything with this. It's just plain old skin underneath.
But everything's intact in terms of like the nail matrix.
Yes, the nail matrix back here is intact.
Yeah.
It's probably damaged or injured, which is why it made such a thick nail.
Right.
So we'll see how much of it is due to fungus versus just the trauma.
Okay.
And we'll let you know. Then I'll just edit all this. So now this one also, this is black and blue just from trauma.
Okay.
So what and also it's lifted up off the nail bed, but we'll send in a little piece to be tested. So I'm going to trim off whatever's not attached. I think there's much more of this one attached than there was of the other. Again, all this dark stuff underneath is just dried blood.
Got it. So the thickening can come from the trauma too.
Exactly.
And the matrix, why does it respond like that?
Don't know.
Huh.
It's just
protective.
Right. And so when that nail matrix gets injured, it usually will produce a thicker nail.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason to do the culture is to find out if it really is just thick from trauma, then we're not going to put you through the expense, potential complications of doing medication.
Right.
If it does come back fungal, we can treat it and maybe make it, oh, sorry, these are all squeaky, and make it more comfortable or make it thinner or more normal looking.
Okay.
It may or may not work, but we could definitely try it. Is this one bothering you as well?
A little bit. I don't
Okay.
really understand.
Well, again, it's just a bruise under the nail.
Yeah.
Runners consider it a badge of honor to lose the
Really?
nail. Just kidding. Although some do.
Because what is the function of toenails? This is what I don't understand.
Well, you
Like,
know, I
they
kind of have to
provide
be careful
something.
who I say this around,
Yeah.
but they're just vestiges of when we used to dig holes and climb trees in
Nice.
our evolutionary process.
Yeah.
So, do we need them for anything? Not really. They don't give us protection. They, you know, if you're female, it's part of the cosmetic appeal
Yeah. Right.
to get them all polished and looking nice. But
Yeah, they
do we actually really need them? All right, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna smooth this out and thin it down a little bit. And that'll make this way more comfortable and less likely to get pulled off. Now again, as the new nail grows out, it'll push this out like a baby tooth and you can just trim off whatever's not attached,
Okay.
okay?
And this one, are you culturing?
I did take a little piece of this for a
Okay.
culture. Okay, does that feel better?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so hopefully we got it.